All right, well, we are going to finish talking about weather today and play a game.
Yeah. Oh,
But first, I want everybody.
Play this game again?
Maybe. But I want everybody to tell me something that is going on in your world, in your life right now. Can you think of anything?
Hi.
Something that's happening that you did this week or that was interesting or that you learned. Yiling Fang.
We're having a holiday and we're going to Bali.
Ah, what holiday?
Term break.
Okay. Interesting. I hope you have fun in Bali. How long will you stay there? Couple of days?
5 days.
Okay, fun. All right. Anyone else? What else can you tell me? Tell me what you did this week. Doesn't have to be super exciting. What did you do? What did you learn?
We're having a great assembly.
A great assembly?
We're practicing. A grade 2 assembly.
Oh, a grade 2 assembly.
But we're still practicing.
Okay. Is that something you do at your school?
Yes.
Okay. Erin thought of something. What, Erin?
Just that my father take me to a place that you can see art things.
Oh, like a museum?
Yes, like a gallery. Not quite.
Okay. All right.
And statues are marvelous.
Very cool.
And the pictures too.
I like things like that. Go ahead.
And one of the statues are one of the people in the Bible.
Oh, really? Who was it? Do you know their name?
I don't know her name, but just it was her that I don't know her name.
Okay, that's fine.
What's the Chinese name? Do you know the Chinese?
Do you know the Chinese name, Erin?
Yes.
Say that, because Miss Rebecca's
that?
right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. The one who with Deborah. You know when Deborah feed another army and Deborah and another lady. I also don't know the name, but I know Deborah.
Okay. Deborah and Barak were the two judges, I think. Sisera. Who else? I'm trying to think who was there. I don't know. Let's keep going though. Very cool, a judge. All right, Elim Shay. Think of one thing you did this week.
Yeah, you.
Yesterday I ride my bike with my brother.
Fun.
My younger brother.
Younger brother. All right, Joshua, it's your turn. What did you do? Did you eat something special? Or did you go to school every day? Or I stayed home because I was sick? What did you do?
I learned a thing to show, and at the end of the class, I will show you.
Okay, that sounds great. That sounds good. It's with cards? Okay. All right. Me. I have a son getting married on Saturday. So
congratulations.
So we have been fixing things for decorations and very busy. It's been fun. But The weather. We're going to talk about the weather. Who can tell me how is your weather today? Joshua, how's your weather?
It's not rain, but it has very more water.
But it's not rain?
Yeah.
Is it falling like rain and it's not rain?
It has many water, but it's not rain and it's not ice.
It's not rain. Yeah. Okay. We have, like, sometimes we call freezing rain where it's falling and it's not really ice and it's not rain. We'll say it's freezing rain. Maybe you have is it cold? Very, very cold? Joshua, is it cold? Is the temperature cold?
Cold? I don't think so. But it's yesterday it rained and today the water didn't go.
Okay. All right. Well, how else is everyone else's weather? Aaron, tell me your weather.
Well, our weather is cold and wet.
Cold and wet.
It rained a little in the morning.
Okay. All right. Eileen Fong.
Cloudy, windy, and hot.
You covered all of the things we talked about. Good. All right. And Elim Shay.
My weather. It's cold too, but it's rain all day. And yes.
Okay. Well, we started talking about this big word called precipitation. Precipitation.
Precipitation.
Precipitation. What is precipitation? Do you remember?
I know.
Who knows? Eileen Shay.
Rain. It's the water come out of air and it will rain.
That's right. Rain is one way of precipitation. It's something we see. I think we all know rain. Yeah, Eileen Fong.
When clouds turns heavy and it becomes rain.
All that water gets heavy enough to drop. You're exactly right. So rain, we know. Hail. Hail. Hail, you can look at the picture. Hail is like little ice cubes that fall. Hail is something that normally happens in summer when it's warm weather. Sometimes the clouds are all cold way up high, and down here we might be warm. And so when the rain freezes up in the clouds and falls, then we'll see. What will we see?
Hail.
Sometimes we see
Sleet.
Sleet. Sleet happens in cold weather. It's when it starts to snow and then it melts and then it gets close to earth and it freezes again. So it's sort of like melted snow that froze is what sleet is. So we see that, and then sometimes we see
Snow.
So I like snow, but I like rain too. So go back and tell me, 4 kinds of precipitation that we talked about. What are they? I'm going to take this up. Snow is one of them.
Rain, snow, hail, and sleet.
Sleet and all. What was the last one? Ealing phone?
Hail,
Hail.
rain, snow, rain, hail, sleet, and snow.
That's right. That's right. So I think everybody has seen rain. Hmm?
Yes, of course.
Everybody has seen snow.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Has everyone seen hail?
No. No. No.
I have a video of hail in my front yard when it's falling down. I'll have to see if I can find it and I'll show
What is
you.
sleet?
Sleet is in winter and it's almost like frozen rain. It's a little different. Has anybody seen sleet? I think it sounds similar to what Joshua was talking about, but maybe not. So, Elim Fong, was it you who asked about sleet? No? Elim Fong?
Yes, that's now.
Sleet? What happens? How is sleet made? What does it start to do? It starts to
Melt.
well, it starts to snow. And then what,
And then
Aaron?
it melted, and then it melted, and then it froze again.
Yeah. That's what we call sleet. Yes. So we learned this word last week too, a nice big long word. Who can say it? What is it?
Weatherman.
The weatherman, 3 syllables, and then meteorologist.
Meteorologist.
I think you all have it. That's 6 syllables. That's a really big word. What is a meteorologist? What does he do?
He tells people about weathers.
He does tell people about the weather, which means he studies what?
Weather.
That's right. Now, I know we talk about different kinds of weather. Weather is not a word in English that we can add an S to. We might talk about all different kinds, and we can add the S to kinds of weather. So look, here are 3 main jobs that a weatherman does. First, he has to
Do what? Study. Observes.
Yeah, and to study something, you have to do what, Aaron?
To look at it.
To look at it. So a synonym, if we wanted to talk, what does observe means? It means to
look.
Look
at.
What's another word for observes? He observes the weather. He looks at the weather. He
studies. Observes. Study. Look at.
Studies. Here's the one I was thinking of. He
Weather.
Watches. He
Watches.
So that sort of makes sense. You have to watch the weather. You can't just look out and say one day. He watches it over many, many days to study it.
But I think.
Okay. Second job is he
records.
records it now. Look at the, what is that? What does that mean? What's a synonym for records?
Right. Right the things.
He writes it down. He studies it.
Or remembered.
He does, but the way he normally remembers is not just keeping it in his head. There's a...
you could also keep it in a computer.
You could. Anymore, that's probably as much what they do to record it. They probably type their notes up, right? All right. The last job is reports.
Report.
Have you ever watched a weatherman on the news?
Yes. It tells us the weather.
He does. He tells us the weather. What are the kinds of things that he tells us?
The weather.
The weather. Aaron. Yeah, the weather. But what specifically, Aaron?
He tells us about weather, and at our big and at one time I saw him, and in the computer he said where are the places to and the time, and I found that two places can have weather that is not the same.
Two different places have different weather?
Yes.
Because
one place it was pouring, and one place it was very sunny.
Were those two places near each other, or were they far apart?
Far.
I'm thinking of like Elim Fong has what kind of weather right now?
Hot.
And the rest of us don't have hot weather, do we?
And we don't have hot weather.
I don't either. If you watch The Weatherman, you will often see a radar.
What is radar?
This picture is a radar picture. It's a picture that they take. It's not like a picture where you can see things. But do you see how it's a map?
Yes.
It's a map. It's got cities on it. Let me get a different color.
Orange, yellow, and
the streets. And then it takes a picture from up high, and it'll tell you how much rain. How much rain there is. Look. Yeah, Elim Fong, you got a question?
If there's no white, then all of them are raining. There's no place that's not raining.
On this picture, you're exactly, maybe, I can't really tell, maybe down in this corner? I don't know. It's really hard to tell. This is a zoomed in picture, so we just see where it's raining. But the colors will tell you how much it's raining. So who can mark for me? Where's a place where it's not raining very hard? It's a very light drizzle.
I don't know how to draw it.
There's, let's see. On mine, up above the box, there's a little bitty square. Mine says annotate. Yours is probably not in English.
I do not know. I don't understand it. I don't know how to write.
That might be something we can figure out. See how this is my bar that's got on the top, that you have a bar like this too, right? On the top or bottom?
Not really.
Okay. We'll figure it out. I don't know how to tell you. Oh. I just lost everybody. Oh,
Well,
you're coming back. I don't know what happened. All right. So this is radar, and it tells you how much it's going to rain. So you can see the red areas. There's
yeah.
what? What is it in the red areas?
Heavy rain.
Heavy rain. Good word for it. And in the green
And the
area,
light green areas are the light green areas are very light rain.
Light rain. Yes.
very light rain. Sometimes we'll say it's a drizzle. A drizzle, that's a fun word. A drizzle means it's just barely raining. It's a very, very light rain. It's a drizzle. So, all right. That's all from this book in weather. Do you have a question about any of it?
No. No. No
Okay.
question.
I have some questions for you then.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Just how big a hail could get?
Hail can get, and they describe it by how big of a ball. They compare it to balls. So, I have heard of softball-sized hail. This is like the size of a softball. Most of the time, it's like marble. They say it's like marbles because think of marbles that you would play with. It's about that size.
The biggest
And it's also
is
that hard.
Or sometimes like golf ball. We'll say golf ball sized hail. But yeah, this is the biggest I've ever heard of. I've never seen it this big. I've seen it this big.
This big hail.
You have seen that big hail?
No.
Imagine if you were out in hail, what would you do?
Go to my house.
It's in a tree.
Go to your house.
I'm under something.
Don't come out.
You run for cover because even the smaller balls of ice, they can hurt when they hit you. It's sort of funny because
And it will be so cold.
Hail normally happens in the summer, so it's not cold outside.
And then when it hits you, that spot will get cold.
Probably. Car dealerships, places that sell cars, when hail comes, they often end up having a sale the next week and they have to sell all their cars cheaper because all the cars get little
bumps,
little doinks, little bumps all over them from being hit with hail. If it's a bad hailstorm.
That will be fun.
That doesn't happen often, but it has happened. All right. Any other questions?
Teacher, did your car have those little bumps?
Do you know, I don't think I've been in hailstorms, but all of mine have been really small. So no,
What kind of car?
What kind of car?
Yeah.
Oh, again.
Any kind of car could get hit with it. All right, here we go. We're gonna have Elim and Elim. And Aaron and Joshua. All right. Now, let me tell you, we'll take turns so both people on the team can answer. But you can help your teammate if they need it.
I don't want to.
You don't want to what?
I don't want to. If two teams, Everywhere complete videos. I don't like that.
Well, we'll see how it goes. These questions down here are very hard. These questions are easier, and then they go in between.
Know that.
So, I'm just making sure. Elim Shay.
Temperature 200. What it
What unit of measurement? When you're talking about temperature and you read temperature, you would
tell them. 4 degrees Celsius.
Okay. So the unit of measurement is Celsius.
Celsius.
All right, let me move this out of the way. Elim and Elim. All right.
200.
Aaron.
What?
What do you want? Pick a question.
Wind 300. Yeah. What is a word for a light wind? What is a word for a light wind? Breeze. It's a breeze.
Ta-da! A breeze, a draft. There were several words you could give, but breeze is one of them. Right. All right, Elim Fong.
Temperature 300.
What unit of measurement?
What unit of measurement that the US use? Fahrenheit.
Ta-da! There you go. Joshua.
I don't know what to choose.
Pick any of them. It's okay. Nobody's picked anything precipitation yet.
Wind 400. What is a word for a
Fierce wind. That's a strong wind.
strong wind? Typhoon.
You remember? We should have gone over them first.
A strong wind.
I was going to say, your teammate is Aaron, so you can talk to Aaron if you want to talk to her before you. Huh?
It's actually Chinese.
Say it again.
Typhoon.
You know, that's actually really close to the English word too, typhoon. And I'll take that. That includes rain. But we talked about that last week. So typhoon is a wind. Here are two others. What are they?
Gust. Gay.
There you go. All right. We're back to Elim Shay.
Wind 200.
Oh, and I'm not looking at all at the time. Guess what?
Wind 200.
We'll finish real quick.
Gave me 2
synonyms
for wind. Teacher, what is synonyms mean?
Synonyms are words that mean the same. I could say I'm glad, I'm happy. So I could say wind, or I could say
I freeze
scale.
Two we've talked about. There we go. All right. Not exactly a fair contest because we didn't finish, but it's already after 7 o'clock. I don't have a class today, so I'm not running late. Joshua wanted to show us something.
No. There's 2 piles of this, and but 1 pile made of 2.
I know that game.
And this.
三国杀。
这个
Oh,
I know. Do you remember this 花色? You know?
okay. 7 of clubs.
Okay.
I know that game มาได้ยังไง
It's a flower.
I know that game too. Flower. 7 black flower, you know. And I'll put this on this. And I'll put this on this too.
Okay.
And now,
啊，
look at this.
但是他妈妈说电量不足，我是妈妈说只有
You
5%。
don't look at this. And I will. Yeah. Down. Down.
电量是55%。
Is this a game that all of you know?
I don't know.
You don't know it,
I
Erin?
know.
I know. And I know how to play it.
I know too. But I don't need to play now. This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 7 of it was I drawn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Let me say something.
7.
Erin and Elim Shay and Elim Fong. Class part is done. So if you need to go, you can log off. If you want to
really
stay,
need to
you
go.
can.
Please go away.
Hi, sister. Yeah.
It's okay.
I will go. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye, Elim Shay. Joshua, was that it? You dealt them out into 7 and then you flipped over the others?
Don't push the line.
Or maybe this was.
Hello.